What's up, guys? I'm in Salt Lake City, Utah. My first time in Salt Lake. I think my first time in Utah. First impression of Utah / Salt Lake was the absolute staggering natural beauty. So I was on the plane. Plane ride was like really long. I forgot what long plane rides are like. They're not fun. I kind of saw some people opening their shades and looking out the window, and I normally don't like to open my shade, but I was like, you know what, I'll open my shade, see what all the fuss is about. I open my shade and I see this. And when I tell you, I literally gasped. I opened it and I went, I was expecting to see, I don't know, maybe the suburbs. You know, when you're getting close to a city, like you can kind of see the city in the distance. You start just seeing like houses and suburbs, and it's just like, you know, typical what you see when you're flying over. I was not expecting to see snowy Rocky Mountains as far as the eye can see. Got here, got to the hotel room is really nice. It has, you know, like a couch, living room area, and it has a kitchen. It's so rare and it's such a treat, obviously, when you have dietary restrictions to have that. So I went with one of my coworkers, we went to Target. It was just the closest grocery store in the area, and the hotel shuttle took us. So Target actually has pretty decent groceries. It's definitely not where I usually shop, but I'm always pleasantly surprised. Although it's very weirdly hit or miss. They'll have some stuff that you're like, I can't believe they have this. And then there's other stuff that you're like, what? They don't even have this? But I got some good stuff. I'm gonna show you guys what I got. And then last night, I had scoped out a few vegan restaurants, of course. And there's this one that looked really good to me called Vegan Box. It's a vegan Vietnamese restaurant. I really like Vietnamese food. I don't eat it that often. I don't really have the opportunity to. I had such a hard time deciding what to order, but I went with the pho or pho. It kind of seemed to be the big thing that everyone talked about. They had like all different versions of types and with different vegan meats and stuff. So I got one that had tofu, vegan beef, and vegan ham. And then I got quote unquote egg rolls, which were, they had regular egg rolls and then they had their sort of house specialty egg rolls. So that's what I got. And then I got a banh mi that I could eat today, kind of like for lunch and dinner. The egg rolls were phenomenal. They were so crispy. I feel like when I've gotten egg rolls, if I happen to find vegan egg rolls or spring rolls on the East Coast, they're not that crispy. These were so crunchy. Whatever they were filled with was absolutely delicious. I know it had taro in it. I had another one today and they're still, even though they were in the fridge overnight, they're still really crispy. The pho was really good. And then today I just had half of the banh mi for lunch and I'll have the other half later on. It was good. I got it with teriyaki chicken. Definitely pretty salty. I've realized this a long time ago, but when I travel, I just end up eating a lot more packaged food on the road, and then I also end up ordering food, which usually, depending on what you're ordering, but usually when you order food, it's a lot more salty than usual, especially the type of food that I order. So I just feel like I get this like sodium, like I get like a sodium bloat in my face where I'm just like puffy. And I'm always like, is it the lighting in the hotel room, or am I like really puffy from all the salt? And I think it's a little bit of both. Enough talking, let me show you guys the groceries that I got. This isn't typically what I would get because I don't typically have a way of heating food up. I brought from home, I bought this before I left, I brought these oatmeal packets. It's Nature's Path instant oatmeal. When I'm at home, I prefer savory breakfast. So it's always like toast, breakfast sandwich, maybe breakfast burrito, something like that. But when I'm on the road, those things are harder to make. And you know, sweeter breakfasts are a lot easier. So what I used to always do, always when I first started traveling, I would do those Wassa crackers with almond butter, sliced banana, and cinnamon. That was my breakfast every day. It kept me full. It was easy to make. The crackers had a kind of like toast-like crunch that I liked. I'll do that sometimes. Sometimes I'll do cereal, which again, very unusual for me. Oatmeal is very unusual for me, but it's so easy to just add water to. I have a couple different pots, but this is one my mom got me. I like it because it collapses down, so it's easy to carry. I also brought from home more chips. Now this is what I'm talking about in my latest favorite vegan products of the year. Being disappointed with the chip selection this year. These are some chips that I always see and I'm just like, those don't look good. And then I was like, oh, let me just try them. Bean Fields, I used to eat these all the time. I used to love Bean Fields when they first came out. Then I got really sick of them. Now anytime I eat them, I'm like, I hate the texture. This is a newer flavor, I think. it's just so, the texture, it's so weird. The seasoning isn't like powdery enough, I don't know. And then these, which are okay, not super flavorful. And then I brought a bunch of tea packets. I usually like to do loose leaf, but I had these peppermint tea packets and these are compostable. I always bring just like one of these as an emergency, like just in case. Hardly ever need to use it, but just a classic Bob's Red Mill black bean soup mix. So I actually bought these when I was at home, Orgain shakes. I really like these. I'm not like a protein shake type of person, but these are, again, just really good to bring with me into work if I'm not exactly sure, or you know, I just want something like filling. Kombuchas, of course. I got GT's Trilogy and Golden Pineapple. I also got another flavor. I got some blueberries, which I should actually have some of these today. Carrots and broccoli. I usually like to go for some type of crudité mix, but all Target had was like veggie trays with ranch dressing. I was like, no thank you. I will say I appreciate that they had cut up carrots because I don't really like baby carrots, so I'd much prefer cut up whole carrots. Bitchin' sauce, which has become kind of a staple of mine when I travel. It's just a little more fun than hummus, but I also got some regular hummus. I got Sabra. I had those little Sabra pretzel snack packs last time I was traveling, and I was like, oh, Sabra hummus is like better than I remember. And then I also got, this is just so random. This is the thing that I was like, did I really need to buy this? Don't even know if I'm gonna like them. Tofurkey deli slices. This is the peppered flavor. Yeah, those are kind of just in case, good source of protein, etc. In the freezer, here's where I probably also went overboard. I got just a few of these frozen meals. I tend to like the Sweet Earth frozen meals. I think they're pretty flavorful, not too salty. The Amy's vegan broccoli and cheese bake. I again talked about this in my favorite vegan products of 2021 video. And then I also got one of the purple carrot, let me close the freezer door. I haven't tried these yet. Honestly, I think most of their bowls look pretty boring. But this one is basically just bell peppers, plant-based beef, black beans in a plant-based queso. We'll see how that is. I also got 2 regular oranges and one of these sumos is what they're called. They're these like wrinkly skin oranges. These are really good. Trying to eat as much citrus as possible because it's like my favorite part about winter is all of the delicious citrus. And then I got one of these. These are really good. Usually my sort of strategy when I travel, let's say I'm staying in a regular room that doesn't have a kitchen, it just has a regular mini fridge. So usually I just like my survival mind just goes, I can probably get fresh produce like veggies and fruit wherever I'm going because that's usually like the only vegan option available at a lot of places. So I can get a salad, I can get veggies, I can get fruit. I will have a harder time finding vegan sources of protein. So that's why I always try to bring like at least something, like some kind of snack that has protein, the protein shakes, the soup, some nuts, just like something that I know I'll have a little bit of substance even if I don't have access to anything else, which never usually happens. Usually I've got access to like a grocery store or whatever. And then when I'm on the road, usually at the grocery store, I'll try to get like some veggies, some fruit, hummus, some type of chip. Oh, I also got this kind of aggressively large bag of chips to dip in my hummus and bitchin' sauce. So usually I'm like, if I get desperate for lunch, I can have veggies, hummus, chips. That's just like the bare minimum. It's not the fullest ideal vegan lunch, but it'll get you through the day. That's it for now, and I'll let you know if and when I eat anything else delicious. Just wanted to show you guys my lunch that I'm packing today. So I've got my carrot sticks, broccoli, and these are the Tofurkey deli slices. I tried them. Not so sure how I feel about them. They're kind of, I don't know, they're a little bland. They basically just taste like salt and pepper. They do have a nice peppery aftertaste though, so I think they'll be good for lunch. And then I've got the Sabra olive hummus in here. It looks gross, but it tastes really good. And then some chips. So that's my little lunch. angle is so unusual. All right, I've got the purple carrot bowl here. The, what is it? Fiesta pepper bowl. It looks good. I mean, it looks really, really hot, so I want to try it, but I gotta be careful. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's nothing extraordinary, but it's not bad. It's pretty much how I expected it to be. I was gonna say it's a little citric acidy tasting. Lo and behold, citric acid. It's kind of becoming my new thing, is being annoyed that citric acid is in everything. Like everything store-bought, basically. I think I'm gonna put some bitchin' sauce on this, and then I'm gonna eat it with some of my chips and watch Veep, and that sounds like a really delicious dinner. Oh, and have my golden pineapple kombucha with it. Now that sounds like a delicious dinner. I ordered pizza. I was really confused because on Uber Eats, it's called Seasons Plant-Based Pizza, but in real life, it's actually called Seasons Plant-Based Bistro. It's not really just a pizza place, but for some reason, Uber Eats has it that way. You can pre-order on Uber Eats, which I had never done before, and so it's like very smart and very clutch. Schedule it, get home, it's here. I really couldn't decide what I wanted. They had all different sizes of pizza. And so I decided to get 2 7-inch pizzas because I wanted to try 2 different flavors. Can you guys guess what flavors I got? Can you just guess? One of them is a buffalo chicken, no surprise there, with like jalapenos and different things. And the other one is more of like a barbecue chicken with jalapenos and pineapple, which I haven't had pineapple on pizza in a long time and I really like it. But look at these little tiny boxes. They're so cute. Definitely very small. They're not very warm at all. Guys, I paid $45 for this. Here's the first one. Like, it's real tiny. It's real tiny. And here's the second one. It looks good. This one looks better than this one. This one is like, has like a pathetically little amount of buffalo chicken on it. Obviously, I got the smaller sizes, so what do I expect? But yeah, just with like delivery fees, tip, service fee, like it added up. Let me try this buffalo chicken one. Let me try to get a piece that has like a little bit of everything on it. And I do mean a very little bit of everything. It's okay. It's pretty good. The crust is nothing to write home about, but the flavors are good. This one's a white pizza, so it's like a cream sauce based. Just tried the buffalo chicken on its own. It's pretty good. It's a very wee bit of food. Let me try the barbecue one with pineapple. It's good. They're both good. I ordered 2 tiny little pizzas. I paid $45. Ultimately, I think I'm okay with it. This is only my second time ordering since I'm here. It's probably gonna be my last time, so that's what I got. They did have a lot of really interesting looking things on their menu. They had mozzarella sticks, they had all these different kinds of pastas, but I just got 2 tiny little pizzas. I'm gonna go enjoy these 4 bites of pizza. Every time I get white pizza, I'm like, I don't like this. I shouldn't get this again. And then I somehow forget at some point and get it again. And then I'm reminded again that I really don't like this. I just think that pizza needs that acidity that a tomato-based sauce brings. And white sauce just ain't it. The only really good white sauce pizza I've had is the Bianca pizza at 00 at Plant City. I ate about half of each half, which isn't very much at all, but I'm gonna bring the rest of the pieces to work with me tomorrow, and that'll be my lunch. Pizza night was an expensive success. That's that. Pizza night over. Today was my last day of work. I'm headed home tomorrow. Earlier tonight, I had the Amy's broccoli cheesy bake. It was really good. I had a packet of Cholula in my backpack. I think this was actually from when I went to Plant Power Fast Food in LA, and it was delicious, but I'm so incredibly exhausted now and I have to pack, so I'm not looking forward to that. I'm bringing some compost home with me, which I always do. I don't know if I've mentioned that in other videos, but when I travel, because there's no recycling basically in like any hotel, and even when they do have recycling bins in the room, usually everything just gets thrown in the trash. So if I have room in my suitcase, which I almost always do, I bring my recycling home with me and just recycle it at home. And I also bring my compost. Basically, I leave everything out, because if you leave it out, then it dries out and then it like shrinks down and you can fit more, and it doesn't get like moldy or weird or anything. Probably wouldn't recommend it if you're somewhere that has a bug problem, but that's what I do. Did pretty well on my food that I bought. Well, it doesn't really look like I did well, but I got my pizza in there, but I'm gonna bring that for lunch tomorrow, because I decided to do the pizza on my travel day because that would be a good thing to eat at the airport. I've got a little bit of bitchin' sauce left. I'll probably eat that tonight. Still have some of that veggies and deli thing, but I'll probably I'm gonna bring that home. Probably gonna eat these blueberries tomorrow morning. This is just my leftovers from lunch, which just bring home, I guess, with everything else. Gonna have this organ shake in the morning. One frozen meal left, that's just more compost. I would say on this trip, my battery's dying, so I gotta be quick. I really enjoyed the Vietnamese place. That was my favorite place that I ordered from out of the two. And that's it. So I gotta clean up now, pack, get to bed, and catch my flight tomorrow. Thanks for following along on this vlog. This was kind of a vegan travel vlog with less restaurants than I normally go to, but more just what I sort of eat in my hotel room. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.